Most people think you need After Effects or years of experience to create edits that look this good. But let's be real, that's not true. In this video, I will show you how to create high quality edits in CapCut without ever touching complicated software. And the best part? We will go through 10 simple steps from preparing your footage all the way to the final result. So you can start editing right away, even if you never opened CapCut before. So grab some water and lock in, because by end of this video, you will be able to create edits exactly like this.
These three options help me to go from 0 to charging 5k a month as a video editor. Number 1. Cold DMs. Start a conversation but don't set your offer yet. Pitch too early and you will end up in request forever. If you want exactly the same script I use to close cold DMs, comment the word 5k and I will send it over. Number 2. Send value up front. If your outreach is only about you and your experience, nobody cares. Instead, send a better edit, hook or script they can apply in their niche. Number 3. Create a content, because every time you post you are building a brand and positioning yourself as an expert. And the best part, you are bringing inbound leads without wasting hours in endless cold DMs. And don't forget to drop 5k in comments and close your next deal.
So let's start with preparing our footage, and like I said guys, please pay attention because I'm going to be showing you tips and tricks throughout the entire tutorial. And one of them is I want to switch this from default layout to vertical. That way we have it on this right side and we have more space to work. And one more thing I want to do is down here, and I want to turn on Instagram Reels. And one more thing in this top corner, I want to turn on horizontal and vertical guides. Okay, once you added your guides, just go here again and make sure you lock your guides, otherwise they would be moving every time you start adding anything on the screen. And right now, let's go through our footage and remove the parts we don't going to be using, and let's go straight into our J-cuts. So once you made cuts throughout your entire footage, right now just select all your clips and right click and hit extract audio. So right now we can start working on our J-cuts. What J-cut is, it's actually you take your audio and drag it up like this. That way, when this audio ends, this audio starts. But right now, we're gonna have to take this first clip, which is with this audio, and we're gonna have to cut it all the way up like this. So this second clip is matching with your audio. That way, when you play it, we have something like this.
Editor. Number
Boom.
1.
And just continue like this for the rest of your clips. Okay, so once you apply J-cuts on all your clips, right now we can generate our captions. So let me guys show you one quick fix, because I'm sure it happened to you already. So just when you hit generate captions right now, so right now when you generated your captions, you can see that captions being generated, but you have all these gaps in between. So how to fix it is just select all these captions and just simply delete them. And right now select all your audio and create a compound clip. So now you can click on the generate again, and now it's going to work the way we want. So, and as you can see, we have our captions generated exactly the way we want. So this was just a quick fix. And right now let's work on our color grading. So we can hide our captions and let's work on the color grading. Just select your first clip and go to adjustment. And what I like to do is I like to take contrast and set it up on something like -25, something like this. And now I just do shadow -8. We all gonna have a different clips, of course, but this is how I color grade my videos. So I just go to black and I add a -3, for example. I add sharpen something like this and clarity on something like this. And now if you compare between these two clips, you can see that there is already a difference. But let's work on our color grading a bit more. So maybe decrease the saturation on -4 and take the contrast on -26 and play with the highlights on -10. Add a bit of a shadow, decrease a little bit of shadow, and decrease a little bit of black as well. So I'm already happy with this result. And if you compare between these two clips, there's a huge difference. So right now, just select your first clip and click the apply to all. Boom, everything is applied on the rest of your clips. Right now, let's start working on our hook. This is our hook. Let's play it right now really quickly.
These three options help me to go from 0 to charging 5k a month as a video editor. Number 1.
So this is our hook, these 4 seconds. And another bonus, guys, go through your entire footage and think, what are you going to be editing? How I'm going to edit the hook, how I'm going to edit the body, how I'm going to edit call to action. Even if you're editing this footage or your client's footage, it's always important that you edit before you edit. Go through your footage and make some notes. You can even take a text layer, set a default text and start typing maybe here. But let me show you how I actually edited this video before I even started to edit. So I have it here in this form, And as you can see, I edited every single frame before I even started the editing. So right now we have these three options. So I want to create animation of three options. Now we can go here where it says text and add a default text. Make it a little bit longer, something like this. And just remove the default text and hit space on your keyboard. Boom. Make sure you have this space, otherwise you won't be able to increase the font size. So max the font size, go down here, the background, and change the color from black to something gray, something like this. And now just duplicate this layer and go down here again and change the gray color to something a little bit darker, something maybe like this. And maybe make this a little bit lighter, that's fine. And right now, right click this text layer and create a compound. Do the same with this layer as well, create a compound. Now just go to video, select mask and add a mask. I like to use a split mask, and that way we can make this cool gradient effect. So just position it until you're happy. In my case, maybe something like this. And I'll just select both of these layers and create a compound clip. And I'll just go to mask again. Okay. And select rectangle. And now we can start shaping our option buttons. So maybe I want to have it in this size. And I round the corners on something on like 35. And maybe make it a little bit bigger. And we can play with it a little bit more. So just go here back to basics and go to function blend and decrease the opacity on something like 40. So once you're happy with your block, just duplicate this layer and just drag it up like this and do the same with this layer again. Boom. And once you have created all your three option bars, we just go back to text and add a default text, make it a little bit longer and just type number one. Make sure you select your font. In my case, because everyone's using this Tactic Sans font like Devin Giotto, I'm gonna use this font as well and I just position it something like this. Okay, I like this font a little bit better. And right now, just duplicate this text layer and just change the one to number two and drag it up like this. So one, two, and three. And right now, let's start playing with our clip. So just select your first clip and scale it up a little bit and drag it up a little bit higher. So we have something like this because we're going to have a captions here and I want to have these three options down here. Okay, so now let's bring these a little bit higher. So just select all your text layers, all these three text layers and all these three bars and just bring it up like this. Now when you have it selected all, you can even play with the size. So I'm gonna have it something like this. And right now I want to have this number two transition into something like this. So the way we can do this is just so it's easier to work, just disable everything except the number two. And now just click on this layer, go to mask. Now click on your compound clip and add a keyframe. Go a little bit forward and add another keyframe. And now you can rotate it like this and make it a little bit bigger until something like this. And maybe around the corners a little bit more until we have something like this. Okay, that's awesome. So now we know when these start rotating on this keyframe, we can cut all these text layers because we're not going to need them anymore. And by the way, I have prepared for you guys all the assets we're going to be using in this video, so you can get them under the link in the description. Everything we use in this video, you can find under the link in the description. But right now, let's keep working on our animation. So I want to add this green switch button. So just drag it on the timeline and we're going to have to cut out all these white layers. So just go to mask, add a mask and add a rectangle and just now make it in something like this and round the corners until you cut off all the white edges. Make it smaller and bring it up here. Let's play it.
These three options help me to go from charging
Okay.
zero to
Okay, so right now click on this turn on button and go to speed and we're gonna have to speed this up a little bit.
charging
Boom.
5K a month.
This is okay. So just cut the end because we're not gonna need it anymore. And let's create our pop effect. So just set the keyframe on the transform, go to beginning of our clip and add another keyframe and just type the one and bring it up like this.
To charging 5 0 to charging
Now just time it up a little bit better. Boom. So right now let's add this chart animation on our timeline and go to remove background and use the chroma key to remove the green colors and then just clean up the edges. Make these a little bit smaller and add it up somewhere here. And now just, okay. Okay, and because this is so short, just go to the end of this clip and go here and find freeze and just freeze this frame. That way we can have it here for a little bit longer. Okay, so right now let's add a keyframe at the same position as on this clip, but right now let's add it on our chart. So add a keyframe on a scale of 14 and just go at the beginning of our clip and add another keyframe and set it up on number 1. Boom. That way we can create this pop effect at the same time. And right now we can start adding our text. So we can duplicate this number 2 and drag it up like this. Make it a little bit longer. Okay. And let's start positioning our text. So I set a default text and I create a dollar and I put 0 and I bring it up somewhere here. And now you can duplicate this layer and type a month and bring it down here. So in this part where I say 5K, just make cut on this text layer and change the number to 5,000. Okay, so right now let's go to our turn on button and go here to adjustment and play with the colors a little bit because it was too green. So just select adjustment and maybe bring the saturation a little bit down. Boom. I think this is fine. And right now go to our text layer, month, and change this color to something purple. And right now let's play with the keyframes. So let's click on this layer and show variable speed animations and set auto curve on each keyframe. Boom. And do the same thing with this clip. Just show variable speed animation and set auto curve on each frame. Make sure you always select only one frame. Otherwise, if you select both of these, you won't be able to click on auto curve. And do the same thing with our gray layer. Boom. And what I like to do, I like to play with these frames a little bit more. So just select your second keyframe and drag this blue line a little bit to the left. That way it makes this smooth movement. So now you can hide variable speed animation. And now we can start animating our third option and first option. And make sure you make this visible. Okay, so right now we're gonna have to animate 1, 2, 3 options. So just select all these 3 text layers, make them a little bit longer. All right, something like this. And select our first option and make sure you, okay, so select this layer and select your first layer and create a compound clip. Then select your third layer and this layer and create a compound clip again. And right now select this text layer and go to animation and hit fade out. Set it up on duration 0.3 seconds. That way it disappears when it starts rotating. And now just select this text layer, this clip, and create a compound clip out of this. And now on all these 3 compound clips, we just want to add an animation, and I like to use slide up. And make sure we set the duration on 1.2 seconds. And right now, let's start animating our options. So just click on this compound clip and go to animation in and look through all this and find slide up, which is here, and set the duration on 1.2 seconds. And apply the same on these 2 layers as well. So again, animation in slide up, duration 1.2 seconds, and do it one more time on this clip as well. So animation slide up 1.2 seconds. So right now where it starts rotating, cut your first option and your third option. Boom, boom. And on your first option and third option, go to animation and now select function out and just go down here and find slide down. And do the same thing with this clip as well. And set the duration on 0.7 seconds. That way it looks like this.
These three options help me to go from 0 to charging 5K a month.
Okay, this is already start looking smooth. Okay, so let's let's adjust this turn on bar or this switch bar to a little bit more. So back to adjustment and bring the saturation a little bit higher. And also make sure that this chart icon is on layer number 3. That way it's not behind it, but it's on the top of this. And right now select our 5000 default text, go to animation in and look for some cool effect. Okay, so I like this inhale animation and the duration is 0.6 seconds. And now just bring this text layer like that way we can overlap it with this text layer as well. So just go to this $0 text layer and just go to animation and now click on flicker and set the duration. Okay. Set the duration on 0.2 seconds and we have something like this. Boom. Okay, make it start like this and now just select our $0, go to animation and add a fade in and set it up on 0.5 seconds and do the same thing with this text layer as well. So just go to and apply fade in on duration 0.5 seconds. So right now, when you are happy with your text, just select all these text layers, including these two icons, and just create a compound clip out of this. Then now go to effects and type in a glow 2 and apply glow effect on this compound clip. And right now just play with the adjustment a little bit, make the glow on something around 20 and the size on like 60. And here's our result. So now we added our hook, but let's add a default text and make it bigger like this and just remove the default text and to space on your keyboard, max the font size, scroll down here, add a background, and right now click on this layer and create a compound clip. Now go to video, mask, and select split mask. Now rotate it like this and play with the feather. Bring it down somewhere like this. And now just the crucial part, go to basics and set it up on layer number 1. That way, all these animations we just created are popping a little bit more. So now if you compare, there's a huge difference. So this is like a quick trick how to apply vignette almost everywhere. So just maybe now we want to have this little bit darker. So just play it the way we want and boom. Right now, what we can also do with this first clip to add a little bit of movement, we can select this clip and create a compound clip and just go here to animations and select zoom 1 and set the duration on 0.7 seconds. So once we have ready our hook, we can start working with the rest of our clip. And that means let's start editing the body. Okay, so we have finished all these 3 frames. So right now, let's just start working on this frame and okay, go to these assets and find this background, dotted background, and just drag it on the timeline. And now go to mask and add a mask and select circle. Go between these two clips and right now add a keyframe and go to the beginning of this clip and make this like this. So go back to your second keyframe and make this size. That way it created this transition effect. And again, right click, show variable speed animation and set auto curve on each keyframe. Now we can hide variable speed animation. And again, go to these assets and look for Instagram post mockup. Just drag it on the timeline like this. Boom. Make it a little bit smaller. And just now duplicate this clip down here. Bring it up like this and make it a little bit smaller. That way we can fit it into this mockup. Okay, so once you have it centered, just go to mask and select the mask and pick the rectangle and frame it up like this. Okay, so once you have positioned this clip, and now go to this asset and select this profile picture, drag it on the timeline like this. Now make a cut somewhere here. Just select this layer, go to mask and pick a circle. Make it a little bit bigger, something like this. Now go back to basics and make this a little bit smaller and fit it here in this profile picture position. Okay, so once you position it, your profile picture, just select this layer, and this layer, and create a compound clip. And let's start animating this phone. And select this layer. So position your playhead before I say call DMs and place your playhead here and just click the transform keyframe and go to beginning of our clip and bring the phone down here.
Number one. Number one.
And now just select another keyframe, set it up somewhere here, go a couple frames forward, just make this phone a little bit smaller, bring it a little bit higher like this so we can fit our text down here. And just let's look at it.
Number one.
Okay, that looks good, but we have to smooth out the keyframes. So right click, show variable speed animation, and set auto curve on each keyframe. When you smooth out right now, when you smooth out your keyframes, just add a default text layer and type in code DMs and bring it down somewhere here. So now just position your playhead here before I say call DMs and just select your text layer, go to animation and look for set to right. The way it creates this cool animation. And change the color to something purple. And now let me show you how we can actually make a gradient effect. So just duplicate these layers and set the color to something darker. And right now, just select this layer, create a compound clip, do the same thing with this layer as well. And now go to video and select the mask. And now go to split and select mask. Now select split and bring this down a little bit and just play with the feather. So once you are happy, just select both of these layers and create a compound clip, go to effects and apply glow to effects and bring this down a little bit.
Conversation.
Okay, so once you apply your glow effect, bring this clip down here so we have it, so we are nice and organized and just now let's select these two clips, create a compound clip out of this and position it somewhere here. Okay, so right now let's start working with these two animations and we're gonna need the Instagram logo and we're gonna need to create a bar again. So just go to text, apply a default text, bring it up like this and make this a little bit longer. So just now remove your default text, add a space and max the font size, go to background and change the color from black to something grayish like this. Now just create a compound clip, go to video, select a mask and add a rectangle mask. And now just position your mask in something like this and round the corners onto something like this. So I rounded the corners of 55. Let's go to basics and put it on layer number 1 just so we can see this Instagram icon. Make it a little bit smaller and go back to video and just go to function blend and decrease the opacity to something around 80. Yeah, that looks better. And now we can start adding our text. So now let's add a default text, make it the same size as this clip and type in an editor. Just now go to font and pick whichever font you like. I'm going to use the SF Pro as Apple is using. It should be somewhere down here. So once you're happy with the font, just position it somewhere here. And let's add the editor number 2. For example, something like this. And now just duplicate this text layer and type in now. Bring it to this right corner. And now just change the font to something more thinner. And make it a little bit smaller. and change the color from white to something more grayish, something like this, and position it somewhere here. And right now, let's create our message. So just duplicate this text layer, bring it down here. And so right now, let's type any message you would like to see on your screen. So for example, type in, hey, love your content. Boom, position it somewhere here. And right now, when we have our second clip and when I start talking about pitch too early, just make a cut here on this layer, hey, love your content, and change this to something like, can I be your editor? And now just bring this text layer up here, make it a little bit longer so we have all these layers in the same length, and apply a animation and apply set the right.
Pitch to
And on this layer, go to animation and select bounce out
forget, pitch too early, and you will end up in a
and play with the duration. So maybe set
pitch,
it up on 0.3 seconds.
pitch too early, and you will end up.
And now let's play with this shape a little bit more. So make it a little bit bigger. And now let's take this icon and bring it up here. And now just select all these text layer. And so just so we can move it everything in the same time and make it a little bit bigger. And once you're happy with your text, just select all these text layers, including this clip and this icon, and create a compound clip. After you created your compound clip, go to this layer and just go to video and set the keyframe on transform and position it somewhere down here, and just go to the beginning of your clip and set another keyframe and bring this down here, and make sure you set your keyframe at the beginning of your clip. And right now just right click, show variable speed animation, and select auto curve on each keyframe, and now play with this blue line. That way again it starts fast and then it's gonna slow down, and this is the result.
Start a conversation.
And now, so we can spice this up, go to effects, type in a glow 2, and apply glow 2 effect on this layer, and just bring the glow on 5 and the size on 15. And one more thing, go to effects and type in play, and select play pendulum and apply this on your clip again. Boom, and bring the strength down, decrease the twist, speed, and sharpen. And this is the result. That way we added this little motion. And right now, this part where I'm talking about the script, just select both of these clips and increase the scale on 120 and bring this clip a little bit higher into something like this, and make sure everything is in the center. So it's on position 43 and 395. And let's do the same with this clip as well. So now when we have these two clips positioned the same, we can start adding animations, and let's see what's next on our clip. So we're gonna have a captions, script, caption, icon, and then comment. So let's start working on this animation. So again, go back to these project file assets, and now we can take this caption, bring it down here, and now make your captions visible. And now just go to fonts and select the font we use at the beginning. That's the Tactic Sans. And now just click on this. That way we have everything uppercase, something like this. Oh, maybe that font was a little bit different. Okay, so let's use this one. And I'll just go to these captions, and I want to have on the one line if you want. So I just click between these two words and hit enter on my keyboard. And I just, after the word exactly, I remove the space and hit enter on my keyboard again. I bring this layer higher like this. And now I can start positioning our captions. And right now we want to go to this text and make sure you uncheck apply to all main captions. Otherwise, wherever you move it, it's going to follow. So just uncheck this button here. And now we can start positioning our captions. So I position this caption like this, and the word exactly, increase the size a little bit and do something like this. Now you can select both of these and start playing with these two layers at the same time.
If you want exactly
And I just change the color to something like purple. and something like this. And now just duplicate this layer and make the color a little bit darker. And now just add animation. I really like to use this set to right, and I do the same thing with this layer as well.
Exactly.
And I will just select all these three layers and go to animation and select function out and select blur. The way it disappear like this.
If you want exactly the
And now just work on our gradient. So that means we're gonna have to create a compound clip like this and again like this. Go to video, mask, add a split, bring this down like this, and just play with the feather the way you guys want. Once you're happy with the result, just select these two compound clips and create another compound and just create a compound clip out of this as well. And now we can select both of these together and just create a compound clip one more time and apply glow effect on this compound clip and just decrease the glow and size. Boom. And let's keep working on our captions. So now back to the captions. So the same script I keep on the same line. I use the close. Boom. So right now let's just fix our captions because the same script like this, make this a little bit smaller and just select both of these text layers, go to animation in and find fade in. I recommend adding everything you need to use to your favorites. Just find whatever you like and just click on this star down here. Boom. And the way you have it in this favorites section. So just right now, select the fade in,
I use
set the duration on 0.2 second. Boom. Split your captions here and just delete all these text and just fix the caption to call the DMs. Bring this layer up here and make this a little bit bigger into something like this. Okay, and now again go to these assets and find this asset with locks and just drag it on the timeline. Okay, so once you drag it on the timeline, go to remove background and just click on auto removal and duplicate this layer. Hit V on your keyboard the way you disable this and just go to mask and add a rectangle mask so we can split these two locks like this. Boom. So once you have applied rectangle mask on your first lock, just go to this, just click on this layer and create a compound clip and start positioning our first lock. Do something like this and rotate it a little bit to the side and just position it behind our text and do the same thing with our second lock, but just apply the mask on this other one, something like this. Boom. Rotate it and position it like this. And now go to our code DM and just change the color from white to purple. Okay, so once you pick your color, the purple color, just scroll down here and add a shadow and decrease the opacity a little bit so it pops a little bit more. Right now, select this code DMs layer, go to animations and just look for blur.
called the
Boom, that way it appears like this. And we're gonna have to animate our locks as well. So just select your first lock, go to animation, and just use this rock vertical. The way it appears like this. Boom. And do the same thing with this lock as well. So just go to animation and apply this rock vertically again.
called the
This and go back to this layer and apply duration on 0.8 second. And the way this is the
called
present.
DMs.
And now just select these two layers, Discord DMs text layer, and create a compound clip and cut it out somewhere here. And just go back to effects and apply glow effect on this and just decrease the glow and set it up on 5. And then we have something like this. Right now, in this part where I'm talking about the scripts, I want to create icon with the script. So let's go back to our assets and apply this number 13 scripts somewhere down here and make sure it's a little bit smaller. After you apply your icon, just go to adjustments. Let's play with the color a little bit. So what I like to do, I like to bring the temperature to the left. So it's starting to turn a little bit the bluish color. Then we can play with the exposure, contrast, we can play with the highlight. And once you're happy, just go to curves and we can start playing with these curves as well. We can always tweak the color here a little bit more. Okay, so go to curves and bring this red curve down here. That way it turns a little bit more bluish. And just go to animation and apply slide up and set the duration on 0.8 seconds. And now go to animation and select slide down. Okay, so go to your icon and select your in, slide up on 1 second, and your out, slide down on 0.6 second. That way it's going to be moving all the time. And how we can adjust it a little bit more, just go to effects and type in play pendulum and drag it on this icon and decrease the strength, twist, speed, and sharpen like this. And right now select these two layers, drag it up like this, go to animation and select animation out and select slide left and go to this text layer, go to animation out and select slide right. Go through all these and find slide right, add it to your favorites, boom. That way we create this animation and everything disappear at the same time. Now select these two text layers, create a compound clip, go again to effects and type in glow 2 and again apply glow 2 effect on these two layers just like that and bring these down a little bit and do the same thing with this icon as well. Apply glow 2 effect on this icon, boom. So right now cut this layer with so it's in the same length as this clip. So just drag it up like this. So right now select this clip, go to animation and select fade out. Put the duration on 0.2 seconds. Go back to captions and just click between these two words, DMs and comment, hit enter on your keyboard and then hit enter on your keyboard just so we can deselect the word 5K. You're not going to be using this. Boom. Delete the word and just keep the word comment, drag it up like this, take this layer with 5K above like this, and just drag this comment up like this and make this the same length, something like this. Boom. Now increase the size comment and 5K into something like this. Bam. Okay, so now let's change the color of our 5K to the purple color, duplicate this layer, and again change the color to something darker. And just select all these three layers. Just select all these three layers, go to animation in, select fade in, set the duration on 0.2 seconds. And now just select this layer, create a compound, this layer, create a compound, video, mask, add a mask, split, bring it down like this, and play with the feather. And now just create a compound clip out of this. And right now, let's make a shine effect on this 5K. So just duplicate this layer, double click this layer and change this color to white. Go back here and go to basics and put it on layer number 4. Go to mask and select film strip. Make this a little bit smaller, bring this down here and just maybe rotate it like this. And now just play with the feather. Bam. Go at the beginning after this appears, set the keyframe, drag it all the way up here and bring this like this. Boom. That way we created this shine effect. But it's not really smooth and fast, so what we can do about it is just a right click, show variable speed animation, and set auto curve on each frame and just again play with this blue line. And now let's look at it. Boom, it's way smoother. So once you have all your text set it up, just select all these layers, bring this down here so we staying organized. Also select all these compounds clip, bring this down again. So we have nice clean timeline. And now we can apply glow to effect on our compounded clips and just decrease the glow on 25, something like this. So right now let's start creating these two parts. Right now let's start creating our number 2 option animation. So again, just go to the assets and find a dotted background, drag it up on your timeline, something like this. And we can position it above this clip like this and place your playhead between all these clips and just go to mask and add a mask and select film strip. And right now, select the keyframe and bring this up like this and just go here and bring this down like this. And you can see this opens.
I will send it over.
But how we can smooth this out is right click, show variable speed animations. You can cut it anywhere here because we're not going to need that part. And just go to size and select your second keyframe, apply auto curve, and apply auto curve on the first keyframe as well. And now we can play with this, and this is the result. It's way smoother. So we have animated our background right now. Just go to text and add a default text and make sure we have it starting here where is our background starting to open, and just delete the default text, max the font size, go to the background and change the black color to white color, duplicate this layer and change this white color to something grayish, and create a compound clip on this and change this white color to something more grayish and create a compound clip on each of these layer. And now just go to mask and add a mask, select the circle and do the same thing with this layer as well. Just go to video mask, add a circle, and now just make this a little bit smaller. Go to basic and put it on layer number 3. Okay, and now just play with the feather a little bit, maybe something like this. And now just go here and click on reverse. That way we have this animation. Just select these two layers, create a compound clip, go to mask, add a mask, circle, and you have something like this. Boom. And right now we can duplicate this layer like this. Maybe position this somewhere here. And just do the same thing with this layer, position this somewhere here. And now just duplicate all these layers and keep duplicating all these layers until we build our background. So right now what we can do is select all these 4 layers and create a compound clip, and we can start duplicating these 4 pre-built so it won't take forever. And we do the same thing and just bring it up like this, rotate it like this, and just position it somewhere here and do the same thing here. And bring this a little bit higher. And duplicate it one more time. Decrease the size, bring it up like this, duplicate this again, and bring it up like this, and just rotate it all the way up like this. And now just open any of these layer and just select this first layer and just copy this layer and just bring it up here and just position this in the center and make this a little bit bigger. And now go to media and look for this diamond and just position this diamond all the way up here. Okay, so right now just set your first keyframe and maybe make this a little bit bigger and something like this, and also can rotate like this. So this is the first keyframe, bring it a little bit further, and now just go to transform and add another keyframe and set the scale on number 1 and rotation on 0. That way when we play it, it rotates like this. And we can also make this a little bit smoother. So just right click your layer and show variable speed animations. And again, auto curve on each frame. And play with this blue layer. That way it's come fast and then it slows down. Oh yeah, CapCut is starting to getting a little bit laggy because we added all these. Right now, just create a default text and type in number 2 and just select the color and change it up to something darker and change the color to something more grayish, maybe something like this. And right now, let's duplicate this text layer and start typing send value up front. Send value, duplicate this layer and type in up front. Make it the same length and just start positioning our text. And now just change the color back to white and do the same thing with this layer as well. Just change the color to the white and make this a little bit smaller. And now when the diamond pops, you want to cut off this number 2 somewhere here and go to animation and select function out and select fade out. That way it fades out before the diamond pops. And select these 2 text layers. Okay, so once we have positioned our text, just go to effects and type in a blur and set the blur somewhere down here. And go to the beginning of our blur and add a keyframe. Bring this blur to 0. Go a couple frames forward, add another keyframe, and start blurring our animation. And now we can select this text and see where it fits the best. So maybe here, and go to text, shadow, and add a little bit of shadow. And select both of these text layers, go to function in and select fade in, and set the duration on 0.2 second. Okay, so right now when we have positioned our text and effect with blur, we can cut all these layers. You can need to cut everything manually, but you can also hit S on your keyboard, and that means it cuts everything at the same length. And now just we delete all this what we don't need. And also select this number 2 and select fade in and set the duration on 0.1 second. And just go again to effects. And now let's add a vignette effect. So just go to text, set the default text, make it the same length as all these other clips, and just delete the default text, max the size, go to background and select the background, select color black, and just create a compound clip, go to video mask and select circle mask and position it something like this and just play with the feather. And now click on reverse. And now the crucial part, we gotta go to basics and put this on layer just so it's behind this text. So basic and try 7. And right now, because this starts getting a little bit laggy, so just disable these two. So just disable all these clips and hit I on your keyboard and just go here and hit O on your keyboard. And that way we can export this part and import it into CapCut without overheating our computer. So now just hit the export it in 4K, whatever you guys prefer. Maybe animation, rename this to animation. Okay, so right now just import our animation here between these two clips. We can even cut this a little bit. And I'll just activate all these clips. That way, boom. And just now take your default text layers and activate them somewhere here.
Over. Number 2, send value up.
Position them in the center, and now let's just do the vignette trick. So just add a default text,
Send value.
cut it up like this. Okay, delete the default text, max the font size, go to the background and create a compound clip, go to video, select the mask and select the circle mask, position it something like this. Just play with the feather now, and now click on reverse. That way this text has a better visibility, and I'll just select this text, create a compound clip and up and go to effects and type in glow 2 and apply glow effects on this thing like this, boom. And just decrease the glow size and maybe the size, play with the setting a little bit and select these layers and bring it down like this, boom. And we can all now we can select these two layers and this layer and create a compound clip out of this. So yeah, I don't really like those transitions, so just go to animation and select combo and use a zoom 1.
Number 2 out.
And we can add a pull-in effect at the end of our clip like this and just set the duration on 0.8 seconds, and this is the result. And now just take this clip and increase the scale a little bit and position it something like this. And let's add a little bit of movement. That means select this clip and click on the transform keyframe, bring it at, and I'll just select another keyframe and type in 127. That means we increase above 10 frames and just bring this all the way up to the end, and we adding this motion. And right now let's create this user animation skills. So how we can do this is just select the text layer again, bring this down like this and make sure it's the same length as the clip, and just remove the default text again max the font size, go to this background and apply the background. Just go to this color and change the color to something white and gray, something in between, and just duplicate this layer again and scroll down here to background and change the color to the darker gray and create a compound clip on each of these clip again. Go to mask and just select split and make this gradient effect a little bit. So just select these two layers now and go to mask and add a rectangle mask. Round the corners all the way and position the mask like this. Bring this down a little bit. And right now, go to basics and go to blend and bring this down to some. Okay, play with the corners, maybe not all the way because I don't really like it. Okay, this looks way better. So just now go back to the assets and select a user icon, which is here, and select both of these two icons and position them like this, cut off this edge and go to mask now and select split. Also make sure you go to basics and put this on layer number three. That way you can see this. Just rotate the split mask like this and just adjust the feather. That way we have this beautiful gradient and just select both of these layers and make this a little bit smaller and position it somewhere here. That way we are animating kind of a user skill profile or however you want to call it. So just go here. And now let's start creating our lines. That means we add a text, make it the same length, and remove the default text, max the font size again, background, and change the color to something purple, maybe dark purple, maybe darker purple like this, and just create a compound clip, go to video, mask, and bring this down like this, and maybe position it like this, and set the corners all the way up like this, and I'll just make this a little bit. Okay, so once you have a first line, just duplicate this layer, bring it up like this, and now just position it down here. And all we now just got to do is to make this a little bit smaller and to make sure everything is. And right now just position this like this so everything is line up nicely. And let's add one more line. So just duplicate this again and just position it like this. Go to video and bring this down a little bit like this. Boom. So now once you position it your third line, make sure that all these lines are lined up nicely. And let's make this a little bit smaller. So just click on this layer and position it into something like this. That looks okay. And right now go back to media and start adding our assets. So we want to add a bulb icon. Make this a little bit smaller. Bring it up like this. Now just add another icon, which is this target. Position it like this. And add this bolt icon as well. So I see that I scaled this down to 20. So just select these two layers and set 20 as well. And now just start positioning our icons like this. This is a little bit bigger, so just decrease the size like this. And maybe just cut these layers at the same length. And now just add a default text. So maybe duplicate this layer, position it like this, and just type in a user skills. And take this layer and position it like this. And right now we can select all these layers we just created by selecting them all, or just hold a command and keep clicking on each layer. So once you select all your layers, just select them all and create a compound clip and make this a little bit smaller and position it like this. Okay, so just position these user skills, and one more thing, apply glow to effect on this and decrease the size on. So right now let's animate this user skills bar. So just click on the transform keyframe here in the middle and set another keyframe at the beginning of our, but and bring this down. And now bring this keyframe all the way to the left, the way it shows up like this.
If your outreach is only about you and your experience, nobody.
And now just set another transform keyframe and bring this down as well. And bring this to the end. And now right click, show variable speed animations, and add a auto curve on this keyframe and on this keyframe as well, and on the first keyframe as well. That way we smooth
Your
this out.
outreach is only about.
But we can make it a little bit better as well. So just select this middle keyframe, drag this blue line like this, and
If your outreach is only about you and your experience, nobody cares.
select this blue line as well.
Outreach is only about you and your experience, nobody cares. Instead,
Perfect. So we smoothed the keyframes. So now we can close this, bring this down like this. Okay, right now let's work on our other clip, which is this one. So we decrease the size, position it like that. And now let's make these captions visible. And I want to go to the captions and just click between these two words, cares and instead, and I hit enter on my keyboard. I can disable this as well, and just make sure this layer starts with our clip as well. And I just go to captions on this layer again, and I just go to send a better edit. Boom. Now I go here again and I separate the word hook, and I remove the word or, and I separate the word script. Boom.
for script they can apply in.
Now I can separate, they can apply in their niche. Something like this. Boom. Better edit. Okay, we can separate this one as well and bring this layer up like this and take this text layer and make sure you extend this bottom layer as well. And do the same thing with this layer as well. Just make this a little bit smaller. They can apply. Also, again, make sure you uncheck this, apply to all my captions. And now we can start positioning our captions. Okay, make sure we adjust the captions just so everything is matching with the voiceover.
For script,
Okay, right now, where I'm saying send a better edit hook. So let's take this icon and drag it on this timeline like this. Boom. And position it into something like this. Now let's just take this hook layer and extend the layer a little bit. I will explain right now. So that way we can go to animation and set a fade in. So it starts here. So just set a fade in and
hook,
duration 0.2 seconds. And we go to out and select blur out. Okay, let's keep animating all these text layers. So select these first three layers and go to animation and select fade in.
in, instead, send a better edit, hook, or script they can apply in their.
Okay, and just select this top layer. They can apply, go to animation and select set to right.
They can apply.
And now in their niche, go to animation. Okay, and look for fade in.
Apply in their. They can apply in their.
And set the duration on 0.2 seconds.
Apply hook.
And now just change the color on the send a better edit. So let's change this color to something purple like this, and just copy this text. And now just copy this code and apply this on these two layers again, like this. Boom. And just apply this on this layer as well in their niche again, just like this. Boom. And when I'm saying script, I wanna guys you take this icon again and just bring it up like this. Boom. decrease the size and position it in something like this.
Hook or can apply
Okay.
it. Hook.
And right now, just select this first icon, go to animation and select, where is it? Pendulum 1.
Hook or script. They
And do the same thing with this second icon as well, but instead do a pendulum 2.
or
Select these three. And now just select all these layers and create a compound clip. Go to effect and type in a glow 2. Let's go to these two layers. Right now, this is hard to see it, so maybe make this a little bit bigger. So hook, position it like this,
hook or script.
and again, position it like this.
Hook or script.
And now just select all these text layers, create a compound clip, apply glow effect on this, decrease the size, sorry, decrease the glow into something like this, and do the same thing with our icons. Just select them both, create a compound, and apply a glow effect. And just decrease the glow on 12, something like this. And this is the result.
And a better edit. Hook or
And now we got to make sure this layer is on number 2. So that way it's not behind, but oh, you know what? I actually like it on layer number 1. So let's just keep it on layer number 1.
send a better.
But only thing what we got to do, just select these layers and bring it down like this. So we are staying nice and organized. And because it's really hard to see, what we're gonna do now is go to the beginning of our clip and we just copy this layer. That's the vignette trick I showed you guys already. So just paste it in here and make this a little bit longer. If that's not long enough, just open the compound clip and extend the layer just like this and position it like this. But now we gotta make sure we set it on layer number 1. Okay, let's work on our camera frame animation. So just go to assets and look for this camera frame, apply this on your timeline, and just go to remove background and select chroma key. Let's see how that works. That's not looking really good, honestly. So just select this one with the green screen behind this, rotate it like this, go to chroma key and just remove the green color. Okay, so right now let's duplicate this clip right like this and just go to the beginning of our clip and set the keyframe and just go a couple frames forward and decrease the scale on 70. And now just select this camera frame, set it up on the layer and just click on this keyframe and just now click on this camera frame and make this bigger like this. Set the keyframe on the transform, go to the second keyframe and click on this camera frame again and just decrease the scale like this.
Create a
Okay, this looks okay, but we can smooth this out. So just right click this, show variable speed animation, scale, auto curve, scale, auto curve, and just bring this blue one like this.
number 3. Create a content.
And do the same thing with this frame as well. So just auto curve, just like this.
Number 3. Create a content.
And this is the result. Right now, when we have this all set it up,
Create a content.
you can go to captions and click between these two words and make this a little bit bigger. Position these layers like this. Number 3, this one like this.
Create a content.
And just create a content. Again, change the color to something purple. So just paste the code and just select these two layers and go to animation, select fade in, duration 0.2 seconds,
create a content because
and select them both, create a compound clip and bring this down like this.
number 3,
Okay, so just cut these layers so it matches with what I'm saying.
create a content
Okay, that's better. So just bring this down and go to effects and apply glow effect on this and decrease the glow effect. Boom. So now what we can do is select all these layers and create a compound clip, and instead of this layer you're gonna paste this one. So right now let's keep working on this Instagram post feed. That way I just recorded my screen on my phone and I just paste it up in here. Okay, I can cut it up like this and I can increase the size like this. And right now I can duplicate this clip as well and just make sure I fit it exactly between these two. Okay, so just play with the scale a little bit, and now once you have it centered, just go to mask and add a mask and go to rectangle mask and just play with the size of the mask. And once you fit in the middle, this is the result. Let's disable these captions so you can see this a little bit clearly. Okay, we can.
yourself as an expert. And the best
Okay, so now we can duplicate this layer. So right now we can select these two layers and create a compound clip out of these two layers, and you can also scale this up.
self as an
And I want to make a shine effect again, so I just open this compound clip and I just paste it up here, and I go to adjustment curves and I bring this white to the left, and again I go to basics and I add a little bit of white, that way it's all the way, and we can play with the setting. So yeah, bring the exposure all the way to the right, and right now just create a compound clip, go to video, mask, add a film strip and rotate it like this, and now play with the feather like this, and the part where I say expert, just set the first frame, go to the end of this clip and add another keyframe and just bring this up like this. That way,
brand and positioning yourself as an expert.
and this is too much, so just go to basics and bring the opacity like this.
Positioning yourself as an expert. Positioning yourself as an expert.
And again, show variable speed animation and add an auto curve on each of these frames. And play with the blue line.
Positioning yourself as an expert.
Boom. Now we can hide this variable speed animation. Now just select these two clips and create a compound clip one more time. And now go to animation and select combo, zoom 1.
And the best part,
perfect. So now just duplicate this clip and set it up like this. Just go to transition and apply pull in. Okay, and set the duration on 1.5 seconds. Sometimes you have to play with this because it's making all these kind of weird looks. So you have to try to set it up 1.3 seconds to 1.2 until you are satisfied. And later I will show you how to fix it by using an effect with blur and shake effect, but that's going to be in our final touch at the end of our video. So just let's keep working on the rest of our captions. So now activate this layer, make this a little bit bigger, deactivate this layer, and the best part, go to captions and click between these two words and hit enter on the keyboard. Bring this layer like this and extend it all the way. Now we can start playing with our captions. So, and the best part, I just position it like this. Activate these captions as well. go to captions, and you're bringing inbound leads. So click between these two. And again, after inbound leads, click between these two words, hit enter on your keyboard, and wasting without wasting. So click between these two.
The best part, you're
Okay, the best part, just go to text, change the color to purple. Here is the code,
you're
and start positioning our other captions. So make this a little bit shorter,
without wasting
and start positioning all these text layers like this. So always bring this down and extend it like this without wasting hours. So I just position this like this, and I can increase the size a little bit, select these two, bring this down a little bit, and bring this down again, extend this layer, place your playhead here, and just code in and let's code Diaz. Just bring this down like this, boom. Select both of these
part, you're bringing inbound leads.
and change the word inbound leads.
You're bringing
You know what? Change this. You're bringing the purple, so paste the code and do the same thing without wasting hours. Do the same thing here, boom, and code DMs. Change the color as well, bam.
the best part, you're
And now select these text layers. Go to animation and select fade in.
part,
Duration 0.1 second.
part, and the best part, you're bringing inbound leads without wasting hours.
And also go to animation out and select blur out.
You're
Duration duration 0.2 second. So now just select all these layers and create a compound clip and bring it down like this.
without wasting
And now go to effects, glow to effect, bring this down to 15.
leads.
And we're gonna have to do our vignette effect again. So just copy this layer because that's the vignette effect. Bring it up like this, cut it up. Or you know what, we can make it all the way to the end of our video. And just go to video, basics, and put it on layer number 1. Sorry, video, layer number 2. That way it's and the part where I'm talking about bring inbound leads, just go to this scanner and bring it up like this and select remove background chroma key and remove the black color, bring it down like this.
Inbound leads.
Okay, and now just select this envelope and put it on our timeline as well and place this envelope between these inbound leads. Scanner, boom. Let's see how it looks. Okay, just go to basics and put it on layer number 5.
Without wasting hours in let's call DMs. And don't forget
Now we can cut off all these layers. Okay, boom. And just select the envelope and the okay. So just select this compound clip with the scanner and envelope, go to animation, select combo and select zoom 1.
inbound leads.
And now go to video, place
Without wasting
okay. Where I'm start talking about without wasting hours, just set the keyframe on the transform, go a few frames forward and bring this down like this.
hours.
And just open variable speed animations and smooth out these 2 frames like this. And again, play with this blue line.
Wasting hours in
Boom, that looks good.
without wasting hours in this part, you're bringing in
And go to effects and apply glow on this one as well. And just select this glow and bring the glow on something like 15.
without wasting hours in let's call DMs. An expert. And the best part, you're bringing inbound leads.
And also type in play pendulum so the icon is floating all the time. And just apply play pendulum effect on this. Decrease the strength, twist, and just play with the setting like this.
You're bringing to the price. And don't forget
And now just our final step. Let's play with these captions. So just with these captions, don't forget to drop 5K in comments and close your next ear. Okay, so bring this layer down like this, extend it like this,
to drop 5K in comment. Drop 5K
Okay, just adjust the captions so everything is matching with the word I'm saying.
Drop 5k in comments and close
Okay, let's put these captions as well, like this.
your next
Great, now just select all these captions, go to animation, select in,
and,
and fade in on 0.1 second.
and don't forget to drop 5k in comments and close your next deal.
Perfect. And just select them all, create a compound, bring this down like this, and go to effects, type in a glow 2, and apply glow effect on these captions. Boom.
In comments and close your next deal. These three options help me to
Now we can hide all these captions and play the result and see where we can do adjustment.
three options help me to go from 0 to charging 5k a month as a video editor. Number 1. Call DMs. Start a conversation but don't set your offer yet. Pitch too early and you will end up
Hey, I can see that we can add a vignette glow effect here as well. So just double click this compound clip and extend this layer and just drag it up like this all the way up here. And make sure it's on layer number 1.
DMs. Start a conversation but don't set your offer yet. Pitch too early and
You can adjust the play pendulum a little bit so this moves a little bit more. So
will end up in request.
adjust the setting as the speed on 72.
Conversation but don't set your offer yet. Pitch too early and you will end up in request forever. If you want
So now let's select this layer, set it up on number 2,
exactly the same scripts I
and extend this one again.
If you want exactly the same scripts I use to close cold DMs,
Okay, this gotta be on the layer number 2.
comment the word 5k and I will send it over. Number 2, send value up front. If your outreach is only about you and your experience, nobody cares. Instead, send a better edit, hook, or script they can apply in their niche. Number 3, create
Let's also apply this vignette effect on this animation. So just open it like this and paste in the compounded clip with the vignette and put it on layer number 4. That way we can see these captions just like this.
their niche. Number
Super. So right now, let's do the final adjustments. And I want to guys show you how to use shake camera with the keyframes on that. So just go to effects, type in a shake,
video editor. Number 1, call
playhead between these two clips. So position your playhead between these clips and just drag this caption. Sorry, let's drag this shake effect and cut it up like this, for example, here, and go a couple frames forward and go 5 frames to the left. So on your keyboard, just hit left arrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a keyframe, decrease the speed, decrease the strength, make a cut like this. Sorry. And now go back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do the same thing to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and add a keyframe, decrease the speed and decrease the strength. Now take this effect and bring it up like this so it's all the same. And and apply blur effect as well and cut it up like this and make it smaller like this and do the same thing. So just click on this frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. So again, click on this middle keyframe. Now click on this layer, add a keyframe, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, add another keyframe, decrease the blur, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another keyframe, boom. And now we can, once we have this set, we can start copying this
number
layer.
1. Number 1.
But the shake is a little bit more, so just decrease the speed, decrease the strength. Let's see how it looks.
Number 1. Editor. Number 1. Call DM.
Okay, so just copy these two and play the clip.
Start a conversation. Okay, and I will send it over. Number
Okay, so in this part, I want to have this shake effect and blur effect as well. So I just position my playhead between these two clips and I just position it like this. So this middle frame is between these two clips.
over. Number 2.
That way it makes this effect.
Over. Number 2.
Boom.
Send value up front.
And we can do the same thing at end of this clip. So just paste it again and position it like this.
Number 3. Create a
And do the same thing here. So just position this playhead between these two clips and boom.
Niche. Number 3, create a niche. Number 2,
Maybe disable the shake or apply only the blur
niche. Number 3, create a
and apply this shake effect here. Boom.
content. Yourself as an expert. And
Okay, duplicate this blur layer and paste it up here.
because every time you post, you're building a brand and positioning yourself as an expert. And the best part, you're bringing inbound leads without wasting hours in endless cold DMs. And don't forget to drop 5.
Okay, so we can add a little bit of movement to this clip as well. So just set the keyframe, maybe increase the scale to 110 and set this keyframe at the beginning of this clip. And now just keep scale it up to 120 like this and bring this keyframe all the way to the end.
5K in
And also what I noticed, let's change this word month. Let's change this color on the month to the same purple as we have on all of our clips. So just paste the code. Boom.
number 1, cold DMs. Start a conversation.
Perfect. So right now let's just keep adding the okay, so let's keep adding the transition. I'm going to be using this glitch transition and I just add it like this. Apply this transition on your okay, so now let's add a transition here. So I use this glitch transition, go to a function blend and from default switch this to screen. And again, place your playhead between these clips and just drag this to the left and you can see easily how to time the transition the best possible way. So now when you play it,
Don't set your
what we can do here is again add a keyframe, bring it to the beginning and increase to 128, 10 frames forward. That way the camera is going to be moving like
start a
this.
conversation, but don't set your offer yet. Pitch to
And do the same thing with this one as well. So 118 and bring it to the beginning and 128 like this. Bring this to the end.
offer yet. Pitch too early, and you will end up in request forever. If you want exact
And now place this playhead here in this between these clips and just hold option or just copy this transition and position it between these clips.
request forever. If you want exactly the same script I use,
And maybe change this clip so scale it up like this so it's not the same all the time.
end up in content because every time you apply in their niche. Number 3,
Okay, let's add a transition here. So maybe use this colorful transition what we got in here. Just put it on the timeline, rotate it like this, increase the size, and go to blend and switch this to switch this to screen. Cut it up maybe here. Or you can, if you guys want, just go through all these and see whichever part you like. So I like this first one, honestly. So I just position my playhead between these clips and I just drag this to the part where the part covers the most. So maybe like this.
in their niche. Number 3, their niche. Number 3,
And maybe speed this up a little bit. So go to speed and set it up to 120.
number 3,
Let's add some zooms. So add a keyframe here and go a few frames forward and just increase this a little bit like this.
3, create a content
And just right click and add an auto curve on each of these keyframes.
because every time you post, you're building
And
a
bring
brand.
this keyframe all the way to the end.
Content because every time you post, create a content because every time you post, you're building a brand and positioning yourself as an expert. And the best part, you're bringing inbound leads without wasting hours in endless cold DMs. And don't forget
So maybe add a keyframes movement on this part as well. So again, set the keyframe, drag it all the way to the left, and now 161, that means 10 frame higher, and just bring this keyframe all the way to the end, and that way it's gonna keep moving all the time.
bringing in start a conversation, but a month.
And now so we can preview everything what we did. Just let's hit render, just right click anywhere in the timeline and click render and select the whole timeline. Now it's gonna render, so I will see you guys after we have render finish. Okay, so we have rendered our clip and here is our final result.
These three options help me to go from 0 to charging 5k a month as a video editor. Number 1. Cold DMs. Start a conversation but don't set your offer yet. Pitch too early and you will end up in request forever. If you want exactly the same scripts I used to close cold DMs, comment the word 5k and I will send it over. Number 2. Send value up front. If your outreach is only about you and your experience, nobody cares. Instead, send a better edit, hook or script they can apply in their niche. Number 3. Create a content, because every time you post you're building a brand and positioning yourself as an expert. And the best part, you're bringing inbound leads without wasting hours in endless cold DMs. And don't forget to drop 5k in comments and close your next deal.
So the only thing what is missing right now honestly is sound effects, but that would be for another entire video because I don't want to guys show you just when to add what. So that would be for another video. I will show you exactly how to use sound effects, how to use them, how to time them, and everything you guys gonna need. So now let's check it out how you're gonna be able to edit with
These three options help me to go from 0 to charging 5k a month as a video editor. Number 1. Cold DMs. Start a conversation but don't set your offer yet. Pitch too early and you will end up in request forever. If you want exactly the same scripts I used to close cold DMs, comment the word 5k and I will send it over. Number 2. Send value up front. If your outreach is only about you and your experience, nobody cares. Instead, send a better edit, hook or script they can apply in their niche. Number 3. Create a content, because every time you post you're building a brand and positioning yourself as an expert. And the best part, you're bringing inbound leads without wasting hours in endless cold DMs. And don't forget to drop 5k in comments and close your next deal.